All right, who's here on Betty Jean Gonzalez? Now, where's your client? Come down. Court is calling 2022 CR 9686B, State of Texas versus Betty Jean Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris, Salem.
defense,
Thomas Wilson for the defense.
and are you Betty Jean Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Betty Jean Gonzalez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 9686B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams on February 2nd, 2023 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On or about the 11th day of October 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Betty Jean Gonzalez did fail to turn herself into the Bexar County Jail by 5 p.m. in violation of condition number 48.
To violation of condition number 48, how do you plead? True or not true? True. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 48, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 48?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 48 true. All right, what has she done since she's been on probation? Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
Judge.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gonzalez.
All right, do you understand you're actually on deferred adjudication for a term of 10 years? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So the fact that you're on probation for a term of 10 years, it tells me that this case was on a razor's edge on whether you should go to prison or whether you should be on probation. Do you understand? I'm going to give you a choice today. I think you need help. I think you have drug issues. I think if you don't maintain your sobriety, one or two things going to happen. Either you're going to end up spending a lot of time in prison, or either somebody's going to have to identify a body that's on the side of the road. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So here are your choices. I can follow the agreement that's been reached by both parties, or either I can sentence you to 4 years in the prison. You know yourself better than I do, better than your attorney does, better than the state does, or probation does. But if you wish to be continued on probation, I'm sending you to safety. And once you're released from safety, you can be referred to felony drug court. As of now, felony drug court does not have any room. So which do you prefer? So which do you prefer? All right. And I think that's something you need. And this is not your first motion to revoke. And you have children. That's why I ordered parenting classes. So I'll deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safety. And she's to remain in custody until transfer. And we can do a referral to felony drug court, so she'll be on their radar. So when she's released. Okay, all right, thank you. Then it'll be safety, followed by aftercare. And then once she's released, I'm gonna want 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Counsel, is there anything else?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Is there anything you need from the court to be successful? Anything else? All right, good luck to you. Jacob Rodriguez.
Present, Your Honor.
And after Jacob Rodriguez, it'll be Robert Castillo, Jarrett Sanchez, and Emmani Robinson. I'm just waiting for his attorney to ask to approach. The party on McGarity, when you're ready to approach, let the court know. All right, thank you. All right. Then after this case, I will call McGarity. All right, So Jacob Rodriguez? Yes. All right. So the motion is withdrawn on the MTR. Any objection to the withdrawal of the motion?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, then now we're here on the two PF cases. You can either come back when these cases are indicted, if you want to do that, or either I can set it for discovery.
I prefer to come back when they're indicted, if that's okay with the court.
All right, so Norma, on the PF cases, once they're indicted, he can have a setting. Is there anything else?
No,
Nothing
ma'am.
for the state, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You're excused. Make sure you check in with probation because they may have a new appointment schedule for you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank
Have
you.
excuse, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good seeing you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too.
I guess what I do not understand, and we see it a lot, is that when they have multiple charges and cases, the defendants, more serious charges are waived for the plea, they will be found guilty on the lesser charge, the other charges get waived. It's like you are rewarded for your crime spree. Then, you are awarded, deferred, or probation. Then while on probation, you get a pass for your new crimes and are given an extension of your probation or just more resources you don't have to pay for, including your free attorney.
Jacob Rodriguez, age 29. Today, motion to revoke probation. 2019 POS CSPG1 is equal to 1 gram TO 4 grams, sentenced to 5 years deferred adjudication in 2021. Same offense and arrest date on these new cases August 1, 2024. 2024 POS marriage 4 ounces TO 5 pounds awaiting indictment bond $10,000. 2024 DELCSPG1 equals 4 grams TO 200 grams awaiting indictment bond $30,000. 2024 man/DELCSPG2 or 2A equals 4 grams to 400 grams awaiting indictment bond $20,000. 2024, another, man/DELCSPG2 or 2A equals 4 grams to 400 grams, awaiting indictment bond $20,000. 2024 UNL carrying weapon awaiting filing, bond $10,000. 2020 driving while intoxicated 2D. Completed 24 months probation. 2020 UCW handgun MV dismissed, defendant convicted other. 2017 possess dangerous * rugs. Sentenced 10 days served. 2016 driving while intoxicated. Sentenced 40 days jail served. Total actual local jail time served. August 26, 2024, 1 day released on bond. August 2, 2024, 1 day released on bond. June 20, 2025 hours released on bond. September 27, 2019 8 hours PR bond. August 2, 2018 same minute released on bond. August 13, 2018 6 days sentence expired early. March 9, 2018 same day sentence expired. November 13, 2017 1 hour released on bond. June 6, 2017 same minute released on bond. November 12, 2016 1 hour released on bond.
All right, McGarity. All right, were you able to speak with the bondsman?
I was, Judge. I talked to someone from Aladdin Bonds and they said they have had communication with my client the whole time and they are perfectly fine staying on his bond. I did also talk to the state and they said they have no objection.
No objection to the court recalling the warrant?
That's correct, Judge.
All right, then the court in this case will recall the warrant, reinstate the bond based upon your information to the court that the bondsman has no objection. Where are we on discovery?
Judge, I am going through everything, so I did find there are some medical records that were a notice of additional discovery. I have let the state know I need copies of that. I don't know if I'm missing anything else at this point. If I could have one more discovery session.
All right. I can reset this for the 16th, the 17th, or the 19th.
Any of those is fine with me, Judge.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this on the schedule for December 16th, and if you'll make sure that he receives a reset form, do not be late. You understand? Discovery? Yes. All right, thank you. Robert Castillo.
According to news station KSAT, Robert Castillo was driving a Tesla Model 3 around 1:25 a.m. on March 25, 2023, when he jumped a curb and struck 36-year-old Eric Moody, who died at the scene, police said. Castillo and a passenger who was also riding in the Tesla fled the scene after the incident. The passenger told police that the two had been drinking that evening and that Castillo seemed slightly intoxicated when they decided to drive to Castillo's ex-girlfriend's house. During the ride, the passenger said another vehicle disregarded a red light as Castillo exited the highway. The passenger stated, Castillo became angry and caught up with the vehicle. The male driver of the other vehicle opened his door and started arguing with Castillo but backed down after seeing that Castillo had a 7 on his lap. The passenger then told Castillo to go because the light had turned green and he saw a female sitting in the passenger seat of the other vehicle. They then heard gunshots as they drove away and that someone in the other vehicle was shooting at them. The passenger told police he ducked down and felt a bump, and he looked up as the Tesla crashed into a building. The passenger said he got out of the car and told Castillo they should call the police, but Castillo reportedly refused to let the passenger use his phone. The passenger fled the location, called for a ride and didn't see where Castillo went following the crash. The passenger called the police after seeing on the news that a person had been hurt during the crash. He also stated that he thought the only thing the Tesla hit was the curb and the building.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. So do we have all the discovery and everything?
As far as I can tell, we do.
Okay. Was an offer tendered?
Yes, there was.
And when was the offer tendered?
Probably initially a while ago, but I confirmed it with Antonio. We confirmed this morning. It's the same offer, and it's not something that we think we can accept.
All right, so how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
3 4 days? Probably 3 to 4 days.
3 or 4 days.
All right, Norma, I need a 3 to 4 day for a jury trial. It's criminal trial division.
And Judge, just so you know a little bit about my schedule, I've got the surgery coming up. It's gonna put me out till about mid-January.
Okay.
We've got another trial in 2/27. It's already scheduled. We've got call back on January 30th. That's probably gonna go.
Oh, we're
quicker.
looking at March.
Okay. Say no more. Thank you,
But
Judge.
guys, when is spring break in March for people? Isn't that spring break for people who have young ones?
Second week, March, Judge.
Thank you. See, somebody called out and said second week of March. All right, your jury trial date and your plea deadline date will be March 4th. All right, if you all will make sure that I receive a discovery acknowledgement, please. State, I'll need a discovery acknowledgement on this case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriate for court. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good
Judge.
seeing you.
You too.
Jarrett Sanchez. Jarrett Sanchez.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. It's always good seeing you. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, I haven't downloaded it yet. This is our first appearance.
Okay.
I just gave notice of retained counsel about 2 weeks ago. I did receive an offer from the state. We're looking at that offer, but again, I need to review the discovery.
Okay. All right, I can give you a final discovery setting date. The 16th of December, 17th, or the 19th. So that's Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday.
Yes. Judge, can we do earlier? I have a vacation
Sure.
letter.
I can do it the 9th, the 10th, or the 12th.
12th, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this for December 12th for discovery. It is Jarrett Sanchez. Thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Unlawful carrying of a weapon, UCW, in Texas is a charge that can apply when someone carries a handgun in a motor vehicle, MV, in certain circumstances. Asterisk the handgun is in plain view. Asterisk the person is engaged in criminal activity other than a traffic violation. Asterisk the person is prohibited from possessing a handgun, such as due to a felony conviction. Asterisk the person is a member of a criminal street gang. UCW is a Class A misdemeanor, the most serious type of misdemeanor. Penalties include fines of up to $4,000 and up to a year in jail.
Isaac Joel Valles. Yes. All right, and has the state, Has the state tendered an offer?
They have not, Your Honor, we're still waiting for discovery.
What discovery?
We are missing, there's some lab tests involved in this case that they are waiting to get, they've requested.
All right, who's the prosecutor on this? So what discovery is outstanding?
The substance collected from the interior of Mr. Valla's car was submitted by Bear County Sheriff's Office to the Bear County Crime Lab, which then informed Bear County Sheriff's Office that it needs to be sent to Texas DPS, which it was, as far as I am aware, and we are awaiting a drug ID report from that lab.
And that's the alleged tampering with that item?
Correct, Your Honor. Additionally, defense counsel requests the actual digital images recorded by the investigator rather than a PDF copy of those images. So I will need to specify that to the investigator so that they can be produced.
All right, Norma, this is going to be recalled for discovery December 19th to see where we are.
Can I make a request, Your Honor?
Yes.
We're actually set on December 4th in the misdemeanor court, if it's the court. It can only be set that day, if you want something.
I don't know if they're going to have it by then.
That's fair, Your Honor.
I'm fairly certain we will not have a drug ID report by then, but we can have the digital images by then. And if Mr. Valles is already going to be in the courthouse, in the interest of efficiency, we might as well have him come to court. We might as well have him come to 2 courts on one day.
All right, but here's my question. The drug issue, the identification of that, when do y'all anticipate having that? Because his stopping up here just for one thing.
In my experience, those take
Mhm.
a lot of time. I don't know if the 19th or the 4th.
So let me ask you this. The case that he's coming back on the 4th, which court is this out of?
It is out of the. That is the misdemeanor court. I don't have it on my list.
Oh,
Your Honor.
so why don't we go to misdemeanor court and ask them if they can, since he's already here today, and ask them if they can move it to the 19th.
I can do that, Your Honor.
All right, December 19th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks.
And with the excuse me, please.
Yes,
Thank you.
good
Judge.
seeing you.
Good seeing you. Judge.
All right, Emmani Robinson. Who's the attorney? All right, then we'll call you up once he comes back. All right, I'll see if it's somewhere lost up here. Is that what you all have been waiting on?
It was, yeah, grand jury recommended a bond.
Oh, no, I already signed that
Oh, you did?
and turned
Oh.
it in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me, no, I did not. I was gonna have them come back with their file. Just pull it and I'll give them a date. Who's your client?
One customer, anyone you wanted to do is talk with us.
I like it. Y'all give me the file on that. I don't have that up here. I think I gave it back to y'all so that it could be put on the. You know what? It was stuck between pages. All right, Castaneda. If you can come forward, and where's your client? All right, Mr. Castaneda, if you'll come forward. And counsel, I know you were recently appointed. When do you want this recalled? Yeah, an hour ago. So you want to recall this afternoon?
I'll be ready. Actually, I just, I read this your file. I need to watch video and stuff like that, so, within 30.
I'm sorry. I mean, just,
Within 30 days.
all right, you want to put it for December 19th? All right. All right, we're going to bring you back on December 19th to give your attorney a chance to look over things. All right, is there anything else?
No, yeah.
All right, then your client is excused.
Judge, I think you
Good morning.
stepped out for a second.
All right, you have,
Emmani Robinson.
all right, if you have her come forward.
Sure. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It's a brief and-
How's it going?
It's going well.
All right. So I'm gonna let you know something. If you're late again, a warrant's gonna be issued. You understand?
Thanks, man.
All right, so where are we on discovery?
I've obtained discovery. I've obtained an offer from the state. I've conveyed it to my client. We are considering it. It is the first setting.
All right, so I'm gonna give her her plea deadline date. And December. What date in December would you like?
So she is 9 months pregnant, and she is due
The 17th.
December 17th.
All right, I can put it on December 2nd, December 3rd, December 4th, December 5th.
December 5th.
All right. Norma, this is coming back on December 5th for a plea deadline date. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Tomas Lozano. Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
All right, so on this case, it was about wearing GPS on the base. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, so where are we?
Judge, we have verified, as much as we can that, it is permitted and he's notified everybody. And I think that we've come to a schedule if the court would consider between the state.
So we have no objections, Judge, which I'm going to work, of course, to the base. We also don't have any objections to him going to take his classes. He has some counseling sessions and family violence classes that he has to attend to on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
All right, if you all will prepare an order, I
So
will sign it.
that's fine.
All right, once you all prepare the order, then come back and approach and I'll take it up.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Who's here on Raul, David, Alan Hernandez? Court is calling 2024 CR 009-659, State versus David Alan Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
defense?
Commodity product.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Probation, this is an application. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there an application for deferred or just regular?
Just straight to probation.
All right. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, we have.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he's entered some programs. He's been making good use of himself while he's been in jail. Finished a domestic violence program. The MAP social workers have hooked him up with lifetime treatment because he's never had any rehabilitation or political restraint issues. So he's going to get together with them upon his release.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
What are their ages?
I got a 22-year-old. I got two 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old.
All right, any grandchildren?
Not yet.
All right. Do you see your children?
Yes.
All right, do they live with you?
No, they live with their mom, but we don't have no like
Former custody
yeah,
arrangement?
as a father, I take care of my responsibilities with them. I've always done that.
All right, when's the last time you were employed?
It's been some years. So I ain't gonna lie, I was on the wrong road for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
How often have you been using?
I'm 40 since I was about 13. You know what I'm saying? And, I asked for help the last time I got in trouble. They wouldn't hear me.
All right, any gang affiliation?
I used to, not no more. I said back a long time ago, I was part of West Texas Congress.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that, because if there's a different type of supervision for you. And I'm gonna have them do a gang evaluation.
Yeah.
And then if they say that you're still active, then you're gonna be on their supervision.
Okay.
All right. All right, this is what the court is gonna do. $2,000 fine, that will be probated, 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. The following evaluations will take place in custody. TAP evaluation. Follow recommendations. Gang evaluation. Have there ever been any mental health issues with you? You've ever been diagnosed with anything?
As a kid, ADHD.
Okay. How long does a MIC evaluation take? All right, we'll do the MIC evaluation in custody. And the reason why I'm having these done in custody, the total of all these evaluations are about 2 weeks. It's just that I want to make sure that you have the right conditions to help you.
Yes,
Okay. So that will be in custody. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete parenting classes, 100 of those hours will be deemed satisfied. How far did you go in school?
9th grade.
All right. What's your dream job?
Barber.
Barber? Okay. And then the remaining of the 100 hours will be deemed satisfied if you obtain your GED or if you get your barber's license or some other license in a trade school. You understand? So you can do those community service hours and work for free, or you can do them in the form of bettering yourself, which I believe is a help to the community. All right, we're gonna do field visits one time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I can, gonna ask, I can do like a recommendation for a lifetime. I want for myself to do that.
All right, what I can do is I can still have the TAP evaluation in custody, but I can order placement at lifetime. It would be, all right, so probation. If the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, then if we could do inpatient treatment at lifetime recovery. If they recommend outpatient treatment, he still would like to start at inpatient treatment with lifetime. He wants inpatient treatment with lifetime recovery. All right, all right,
I'll get that.
yes. But they're still gonna do the TAP evaluation
Yes,
because I
yes.
need to know where the baseline is. So lifetime recovery. And then we'll do 120 sober meetings in 120 days. All right, anything else you need?
I'm in the in county, I'm in the REM class, recovery and motion. So it's like going to innate classes.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You'll need to let probation know what programs you've done. I really don't have people duplicate the programs they completed
Okay,
if they're equivalent of what I'm requesting.
okay.
All right. All right, we can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Shannon Anderson. Hey, Martin, it's always good seeing you. It seems like I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, so I know what it is. Of course, I'm always there, others.
All right, so today is plea deadline date.
Your Honor, respectfully, I ask if we can push that date a little bit back. We were last here on November 12th.
Mhm.
If you recall, on our previous discovery hearings, there was an issue of 48 surveillance reviews.
Mhm.
When we were given our plea deadline, I was actually expecting we had 30 days, but it was shorter than that. There's one particular video we're looking for.
All right, how much time are you asking for?
Additional 2 weeks, Your Honor.
All right. So I can set this for the week of December 16th, or I can set this for the week of January 6th.
The 6th, Your Honor.
All right, that will be your final plea deadline date.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, on Shannon Anderson, plea deadline date, January 6th. Thank you for just an appropriate report.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Roberto Andrade. Hello. Hello, Judge. All right, so where are we today?
Inside the courtroom.
Yes, we're inside the courtroom, but where are we on this case?
Mr. Andrade has 3 at-large. He had 3 at-large cases. Now he only has 2, because one of the ADAs assigned one of those cases, rejected it. On the remaining 2, I asked the ADA responsible for that case to review it. I don't know if she has done so or not. On the other, the ADA who was responsible was on vacation, so I was not able to ask him. And when he returned, I was then on vacation. So I would like additional time to pressure those ADAs to review those cases and either indict them.
How are you gonna pressure them?
I'm going to tell them that you are very intimidating.
Okay. Now, if that doesn't work with him telling them that, I'm gonna feel some sort of way in my heart. I don't know. All right, so I can
It does work. How do you feel?
okay. So I'm gonna recall this back. Yeah, how would I feel? It's like,
One way or the other.
I'm gonna feel like I'm from the West instead of the North. Although I will tell you, they should have called the Witch of the North, the Wicked Witch. I always thought that she was not a good person when I would watch Wizard of Oz, because she had Dorothy do her dirty work. All right. And then not even letting that witch's death go through probate. She's just taking items, but that's another story. All right. Would you like to come back the week of December 16th?
Sure.
All right, 16th, 17th, or 19th? Are you employed?
It's not,
All right, what's your work schedule?
7:30, 5:30.
All right, he can appear by Zoom if you get a lunch break and you want to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
And when I say lunch break, of course, it has to be before 12, so if you could just step away.
Coordinate that, Judge. Let's do the 19th.
All right, Norma, this is being recalled for December 19th, and the defendant can appear by Zoom. All right, thank you. Nicolas Cameron,
Good morning. Judge.
good morning. All right,
Give
how did
orders.
everything go okay?
Status.
Okay. All right,
Judge, yeah, we're waiting on session.
okay.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Judge,
in my prayers.
thank you. We had a fee worked out, Judge, with, Mr. Cameron's changed his mind and he wants to try.
All right.
I just asked the court, I was kind of caught off guard if you give me a little time to file my pre-trial.
Oh, no problem. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
I
One
don't
day?
remember what the trial is about, and I
It
don't
That's
have
possession less than a gram.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days max.
But if we were to do it all day, probably just that day. If we were to pick a jury in the morning and testimony in the afternoon. Okay. All right, Norma, I need a jury trial setting, criminal trial division, 2 days. And counsel, I know you have the medical issues with you, so if you want to confer with Ms. Ferguson on a date, you can. State if you'll confer with defense counsel on a date. And sir, what will end up happening, the date that's selected, you'll be brought over dressed for trial in whatever clothing you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something different, you'll have to do a clothing exchange with your attorney. Do you understand? All right, thank you. So if you all will confer with her on a date and let me know what the date is.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Andres Tamayo. Where's your attorney?
Here.
Hi, come down, please. All right, where are we on discovery? Have you received all discovery?
We're working on downloading all of it still, so we need a little bit more time to get through that.
All right, and state, were you able to tender an offer today?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, you can come back for a plea deadline date on December 16th, 17th, or 19th, or sooner, if you want to come back sooner.
Can you do the night?
Yes.
Let's do the night.
All right, Norma, this is coming back on December 19th. It's Tamayo for a plea deadline date. All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right.
Thanksgiving and that's it.
All right, we'll bring you back on the 19th.
All right, man.
Thank you. So how was the conference?
It was,
Long.
well, yes, it was long, but it was very educational.
Oh, that was good. I'm telling you, it never would fail. I would be at a conference about to fall asleep. And then when they give you a break, you're wide awake and then you come back and you're about to fall asleep.
You know, it was really, really interesting. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, awesome. All right, have a good one. Johnny Della Rosa. All right, so on your case, counsel, I have the discovery acknowledgement.
Yes, the state got a phone up, we were waiting for it.
Okay,
So if we can get a pre-bargain deadline date.
okay. And you received an offer?
That's it, yes, I was waiting to get the discovery, if I can get a date so I can look at that and then we can talk about it.
All right, I can bring you back on the 16th, the 17th, or the 19th of December.
19th, please.
All right, Norma, recall this for the 19th. All right, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Thank you.
Judge Commissioner, I have another person on the docket, Penny, who's right above that one. And Tony is trying to locate the files,
Okay.
and I have to be in Kendall County.
Oh.
Listen, can we call him for, are you having court tomorrow or Monday?
Yeah, we can, Norma, could I see the file on McKinney? And let me see what page he is on.
This is one I just subbed on, it's difficult.
All right, which page is he on?
5, Judge.
Page 5, Chris,
Thank
right
you.
in the middle. This is the one who was concerned about representation and registration.
Oh, I remember. Norma, if you'll recall McKinney for the 19th as well.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Raul Juarez. All right, who's the prosecutor on Raul Juarez? Thank you. All right, the court is calling counsel If y'all can move down to the other end. Court is calling 2024 CR 008249, State of Texas versus Raul&more. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Alexandria Bogus for the state.
Christian Vega for the defense.
And are you Mr. Juarez?
Yes, I am, Judge.
All right, you entered a plea on October 8, 2024. You entered a plea of guilty. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court found you guilty and ordered a PSI and a TAP evaluation. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI or the TAP evaluation?
Judge, I would like, I'm asking for a reset at this time. There's a pretty lengthy narrative, both from Mr. Juarez as well as from the victim in this case. And I had some time to review it, but I would like a little bit more time to prepare a memo for the court. He's been in custody. I'm not sure if there's a setting next week or if it would have to be after the holiday. But I would respectfully ask for a little bit of time to digest the information, review statements.
All right, so what I will tell both parties, one, I realize that that's a PSI report, but if there's a witness that the defense wants to confront because it's something that's different than what was in the police report, then that witness will need to be here unless both parties are waiving the right to confrontation. And it will be the same with your memorandum. If it's something that someone stated, unless the state waives their right to confront a witness, the court is not legally allowed to hear it. So just so everyone knows. All right, so Norma, can you recall this? Are you going to expect witnesses, counsel?
It's possible.
How many do you expect?
Just two.
All right, Norma, can you recall this for December 2nd for sentencing? All right, anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Happy
welcome.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Yes.